welcome back to Life in Print with me, Leonie, or welcome if you're new. So today I'm going to be doing the Anything But Books book tag. Would it be a book tag if it was anything but books? I don't know. But anyway, it's my job, or whatever you want to call it, to answer 11 questions non-related to books. So I'm going to get straight into it and start off with question 1. Name a cartoon that you love. So I quite like anime cartoons, not perhaps some of the more individual ones, but I really like Pokemon and I really like The Last Airbender. But I don't know if they class as cartoons, so if I had to say a normal cartoon, it would be Scooby-Doo. That can engross me for ages, trying to work out who the killer is. Probably my first introduction to crime fiction before I was old enough to read it. Question 2. What is your favourite song right now? So one of my favourite bands is the 1975. I'm loving their new album, and if I had to pick a song from it, it would be A Change of Heart. Question 3. What can you do for hours that isn't reading? Binge watch Netflix. Literally nothing fancy. I can just sit in front of the TV for hours and binge watch box sets. So I always have 2 on the go, which is the one that I watch on my own, which at the moment is Pretty Little Liars, and the one that I watch with my boyfriend, and at the moment we're watching Big Bang Theory. Question 4. What is something you love doing that your followers may be surprised by? So I like to bake. I like to make cakes, cookies, particularly cheesecake, buns, you name it. I like to bake it, and I like to have a go at doing different things. So when my sister comes round to stay, we usually bake and we'll make things like gingerbread men. I have a great recipe for Millie's cookies as well, so they all like melt in your mouth, delicious. Question 5. What is your favourite unnecessary specific thing to learn? So I'm really interested in history, so I like to learn about the history of a place when I've been to it, sometimes even when I've not been to it. So say I pass a building that's been abandoned, or maybe like a building that's something now but looks like it was old and might have been something else before, then I do like loads of research on it. So for example, there's some old flats in Sheffield called the Park Hill Flats. They used to belong to a council estate, and they're quite an eyesore, but they've all been done up and they're now being sold off really expensively as like these posh city centre flats. And I did a lot of research into the Park Hill Flats and why they were built and how they were built, and it was interesting for me, maybe not for anybody else, but I like to find out the history of places. Question 6. What is something unusual that you know how to do? I can lick my elbow. I'm not going to demonstrate that though, you'll have to take my word for it, but I can. That's the only thing I could really think about. 7. Name something that you have made in the last year and show us if you can. So this is my scrapbook that I got for Christmas from Paper Chase. It's fairly hefty, and I am tracking the different things that we do. So we have like mine and my boyfriend's first Valentine's, a wedding we attended, some stuff about like our memories, tickets from different places we've been to, films we've been to see, different places we've stayed. It's ongoing, different theatre shows we've been to. It's me and my sister and my mum in the corner there when we went to the Bronte Parsonage. So I'm really enjoying putting that together as well. 8. What is your most recent personal project? That would be my scrapbook again. I literally do not have time for any other personal projects other than perhaps my booktube's fairly new still, so that is a personal project as well. 9. Tell us something that you think about often. I often think about space. So I wonder about space and how big it is and how infinite it is, and I start to blow my own mind with the fact that we're actually on this circular ball that's rotating around, and we're just these tiny little people, and maybe there might be other people out there or other universes and other galaxies, and it just starts to mash my head. But I think about it all the time, and I suppose relating to that, like the meaning of life as well. 10. Give us something that is your favourite. So my absolute favourite things at the moment are my bookshelves. I'm just in love with them still. They're still fairly new. I love decorating them. I love collecting all the little things to put on them and the books to fill them. Yeah, for an inanimate object, I just love them so much. Finally, question 11, say the first thing that pops into your head. Balloon. That's because I have a balloon behind me on the wall. So it's more the first thing that I saw than the first thing that popped into my head. So that's it from me today. Thank you again for visiting my channel, and I will see you next time.